Not everybody has the same definition of what success is.
You don't need a husband to be successful. Not at all. You don't need
Okay.
need a husband to be
What
the
does
queen of a
successful
throne.
look like? What does successful look like, boys?
Happy in your own skin, happy with the person that you are, and love with the person that you are, that you don't have to look for a man to love you because you already love yourself.
He asking her what success is, talking to her like she a child. And then he proceed to tell her that being a single mother is not a success, but go on to tell her how he is success and he divorced, which she is. It's single mothers that raise successful children and bring up successful households every day by themselves. So this was gaslighting and abuse on camera.
What's disgusting about a lot of black men is that they'll look at a black woman who has been divorced or who has a child and classify that woman as unsuccessful. But they themselves will be baby daddies or divorced, and they still think that they are top-notch, high-value men. They don't apply the same standards and boundaries that they put on women on themselves. Like, they really have like this arrogance to them that makes them think that they are invincible, and that's the problem. They never look at their own flaws or classify their own flaws as a problem. Let a woman behave in a manner that's outside of this little box that they have created, and they'll classify her as of less value or worthless. But they'll have this long ass list of baggage that they don't even deal with. Everyone gets to choose what they believe success is. There is no general definition of what success is. No one can tell me I'm not successful, I'm not wealthy, because they don't get to choose what wealth means to me. How much money is enough to me? How much success is enough to me?
Men are jealous of women. Stick with me on this. From a woman's perspective, you might not notice this, but women receive a sort of unconditional love that men don't get. And a lot of men are jealous of that. They're jealous of the fact that a woman can get 1 million followers off a twerk video or get their bills paid off OnlyFans, and that men have to pay for the first date and they have to pay all the bills in the relationship. And most importantly, that we have to pursue women instead of women having to pursue us. And so what do they do about it? Well, what any jealous person would do. They try to control the way that other people see you and the way that you see yourself. So they try to bring you down. Look at how Brittany Renner calls them out for this.
What do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does it make you feel? I mean, no, everything is...
There is a difference between a high-end single mother and a low-energy baby mama. Let me give you an example. A high-end single mother is not going to drop her kids off at school dressed like this or this. You know why? Because there's a time and place for everything. Oh, don't judge her. Don't mom shame. Girl, let me explain something to you ratchets, Thatianas, and Basicas. What you do with your body and your wardrobe is your business until it's time for my children to experience you. You got your whole boobs, butt, and camel toe out, and you don't think nothing is wrong with it in the middle of an elementary school. But let a grown man with some sweatpants on have his ding-a-ling imprint all up in a little girl's face, and you will classify him as what? A whole pedo, a perv. Have some dignity and respect for yourself, and be sure to get up, wash your face, brush your teeth, and put some clothes on and drop them kids off at school. What's wrong with you? I'm tired too. I'm a mom too. I'm tired too. But when your kids have to see me, experience me, or smell me, they ain't got nothing to worry about. It's being selective about who they have children with.
First and foremost, I want to say there's no hate to this creator. I'm actually just going to repeat exactly what I commented on her video and say it here. I said it on my other account, but I'm just going to repeat it. You will never know the type of person that you're having a child with until you make them a parent. That goes for the ones that already have children.
And that is an excuse to pacify single mothers to help them sleep better at night. I know there are going to be some women that disagree with me, but I'm here to tell you that these men show you red flags from the beginning. We just ignore them.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
The whole time. You didn't say not one word of encouragement the whole time I was in labor. That's why I had to get that girl, because you didn't say anything to me. Nothing. You just looked at your phone.
Fuck what I? Look how the fuck you at.
What? How do I act?
The whole time I've been here, all the fuck you've done is talk down to me. So fuck you. The whole fucking time I've been here, all the fuck you've done is talk down to me. So fuck you. And I haven't said a fucking thing about it. So no, fuck you.
This was not the first time this dude spoke to this chick this way. And here she is in labor with his second child. He showed her he was a narcissist long before today, yet she is giving birth to their second child. She was supposed to be done with him after the first one, or even before that, because I'm sure he showed her before that. But we think that we can love these men into becoming good men for us. These men show us who they are. We just have to stop giving them the benefit of the doubt and pay attention to their patterns before we start being in a relationship with them, before we start sleeping with them, before we move in with them, before we have kids with them. When these men show you who they are, believe them. This is a hard fight for me to be fighting, but I continue to fight it, even though I have so many people who are out here disagreeing with me about the stereotypes of single mothers. And let's be clear, a lot of the women who are raising children alone are divorced. There are a lot of male dating coaches out here who are teaching the order of operations, marry before you carry, like it's gonna save these women from being single mothers. There are plenty of divorced men who have abandoned their children after they remarried someone else or got in a relationship with somebody new. We have to stop selling women happily ever after. Getting married to the wrong man will waste your time, waste your money, deplete your value on all levels. You just turn into a completely different woman when you are attached to the wrong man. And a lot of women have been attached to the wrong man because they were so pressed to be married. Think long and hard before you have sex with these men, before you move in with these men, before you get married to these men. Think long and hard, because your children are affected by these men. Whether they're there or not, your children will be affected by these men. Choose wisely, and please stop being so pressed to be married. Just because a man marries you doesn't mean he won't divorce you, and it also doesn't mean he won't abandon you with a child. Always prepare yourself for a man to walk away. Black men are known to abuse children. Hear me good one time before you lose it. When I say this, people want to fight me about it. I've said plenty of times before that black men have an accountability problem and they don't like taking responsibility for stuff. Black men are known to create single mothers more than any other race of men. Abuse doesn't always mean psychological or physical or emotional. It could mean neglect and abandonment. Yeah, women should choose better men, but men should choose better behavior.
If you had a group of 10 hot in the pants boys ready to say and do anything to get a girl pregnant, and 10 girls who are equally as hot in the panties ready for morning sickness and prenatal vitamins, and you send them all out into the world, at the end of a year, which group do you think will have the most illegitimate children? Well, barring any twins, it's not possible for the girls to have more than 10 illegitimate children, but the group of boys can have an infinite number of partners and an infinite number of children that they will not stick around to raise. The fact that one irresponsible man can create so many broken homes and yet the community puts all of the responsibility on its women is in part why this strategy of eliminating single mother households hasn't been working.
Black men will tell black women, marry before you carry, as if it's going to save us from being single mothers, as if divorced men haven't abandoned their children.
I am a mother of 5 children. I am divorced, and their father plays no role in their lives.
We are talking about Dusties here, not the exceptional men. You can't sit here and tell me that there's this high percentage of single mothers and there are no deadbeat fathers out here who are not taking care of their kids. That doesn't make sense. You got to think about this. For every woman that's out here raising a child alone, there has to be a deadbeat dad out there that has left their child, has abandoned their child, has neglected their child. The excessive amount of fatherless sons and single mothers who need parenting classes are the problem. This is group effort here. This is not a one gender problem. This is a community problem. Both men and women are the problem. But nobody wants to accept that. Y'all have to accept that first. And that's the only way our community will be healed. We have to accept the fact that it's everybody doing something and it's everybody's problem. Ladies, let me give you a tip. So here's when I should have ran away from my son's father. This is the ticket right here. This is when I should have known. I should have known, because this is when he showed me he was a dusty. This man flat out said to me that his father, nor his stepfather, taught him anything about being a man. Now, some of us women, we have mothers that didn't teach us how to be a woman or teach us how to be a wife. But a lot of us have went out our way to try to figure it out. When these dusties do not try to figure out what it means to be a man because they were never taught it, those are the last type of men that you need to be having children with. That was my son's father. He didn't want to be a man. You know, I'm on my accountability thing with everybody, both male and female. Everybody needs to take accountability for what's happening inside of relationships. So I say to a guy, if you see a whole bunch of women who are single mothers and making poor choices, and men, why aren't you trying to lead these women into a better direction? And you know what he said to me? He said, single mothers aren't worth leading. One of the biggest problems that we have inside of the black community is that a lot of men do not have leadership skills. So when he said it to me, I was just like, what? And then I said, okay, so if that's how you feel about single mothers, you feel like single mothers aren't worth leading, then do me a favor and lead other men. If you are having a problem leading women and you don't want to lead women, then lead other men by holding them accountable for abandoning children, because it's partially their poor decision as well. Single mothers did not make a poor decision of being a single mom by themselves. No single mom got pregnant alone. So if you can't lead women, lead men.